my daughter wrote a blog, and the title of the blog is God, a Fish, and Me. And she recounts a story when she was 4.5 years old. We went with, as I talked about, some of our friends that we developed friendships from the earliest days. And 3 of us had a bunch of girls, and we took maybe 6 or 7 of our girls. We went on a camping trip to East Texas. And my buddies are both big fishermen. Well, I'm not such. So, I really relied on them. So we're camping for several days and having a great time. It's all fathers and daughters. And we're having a great time. And it's coming time to pack up and to get ready to come home. And so I walked down. Our campsite was fantastic. It was just right up above the lake. You could slide down or walk down a hill and see a little cove where they could all go fishing. And so I go down, and there's Season, and she's still down there, just intent. She's our strong-willed daughter, and she's so intent and competitive and all of that. And at this moment, we're getting ready to leave, and I'm there to say, Season, it's time. We've got to go. And she's whimpering like a little puppy. She's crying, and what I find out is she's the only one that hasn't caught a fish the entire camping weekend yet. So, honestly, as a dad, I would have swum across the lake. I would run over the mountain. I would fight a bear. But from my standpoint, I didn't know, there's no way I could take a fish and make it grab the hook and bite a hook. There was nothing I could do. So I sat down on the bank, and the water was very clear. You could see, into the water real well. And I said, Season, let's pray. And Season is recounting this in her blog, and she said, my dad, sat down, and she sat on my lap and grabbed her hand, and I probably said, and Season got every word right in her blog. The most eloquent prayer probably I've ever prayed. Oh God, please give Season the fish. And that's all I could say. And I was just torn up. I mean, it was just killing me. So, okay, I mean, that was the extent of the prayer. So I said, Season, let's put a fresh worm on the hook, and so here we go. So, she's there. She loves putting the worms on. So she dug in the can and pulled out a fresh worm and put it on the hook. We had a cane pole, so it wasn't a rod and reel. It was just, you swing it out there. And, it's one of those moments, and we've all had them, where it felt like life was in slow motion, where, everything was moving. And I was watching the line swing out, and it started to drop down to the water. Out of the depths, we saw a fish larger than any we had ever seen the whole weekend. I mean, it was a nice-sized fish. And at the moment the worm came down and touched the water, bam! That fish came up and grabbed that worm and jumped out of the water. And of course, everybody standing around was watching, and we're just all hooting and hollering, and I'm just a blubbering idiot. I'm just dying, and Season's just jumping up and down. But in her blog, and she's 25 years old, she finished her blog by saying, and as she tells that story, it's from that moment, I have known God's presence in my life, and I've known that He was always watching over everything that I ever did. And that's an amazing memory and story, but she never goes anywhere without that memory, without that story, and without that foundation. So, that on one way, what I say about memories, that's more than 1,000 sermons could achieve. And that was a moment that, as she testifies, that she still lives with.